Hello and welcome to Speedway Gladiators, the Speedway program that looks at events, the main events at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. Well, coming up a little later on tonight, we'll preview the Robin Pratt Memorial. That'll be coming up. We'll also look at last year's. We'll also meet a couple of local stock car drivers who will be involved in that particular championship. But last week, the big event was the Lucas Oil Super Saloons and also the Lucas Oil Superstocks. How did that go? Let's have a look.
First round of the Lucas Oil Super Saloon Series, and we get the green. Straight into it, and Ashley Halcrow, a great jump there over Brent Emerson, and the 2NZ of Flynn will go with, as does the 5B of Steve Flynn. But here comes Brent Emerson straight to the inside again on Steve Flynn. Grant's up into second. Steve now, I think, holds on to that third spot. And here goes Steve Flynn around the outside of Grant. Sam Waddell having some problems in the 18. He's down the back of the field.
Grant Flynn and the 2NZ trying to find a way past actually.
Steve Flynn now, though, up trying to look for a way by the 2NZ as well. So the brothers tip for tat. 2.5 laps to go. Ashley Halcrow. Oh, here we go. Great run. Oh, up the wall. Up the wall there for Grant Flynn. Yeah, he ran out for sure. He tried every bit of the track and some, but it's all on here still for that first place. 2 to go. Oh, Grant's gone wide. Steve slots up the inside. It's his turn for an attack on Ashley Halcrow. It actually worked though. It gave her a bit of a buffer. But Ashley Halcrow out in front has 1 to go. Here's Steve on the high line. What can he do through 1 and 2? Nothing. He gets a great drive off 2. Down the grandstand straight. He's going to throw it high. The dirt's flinging. Oh, he's clipped the wall. I think Ashley's safe here. And Ashley Halcrow, she will pick up the first race.
Across the chalk line, we've got greens, they're racing.
Oh, Waddell straight away. Look at the lean he had on. Here comes Sean Wade, the 58K. Poor Danny Halcrow got absolutely just pushed to the back of the line there as Marty goes through as well. Great battle on here as Sean Wade is holding his own here, the 58K. First Super Saloon meeting. First proper run in the Super Saloon, in fact. Only a team champs here for the Waikato Wanderers. Oh, smoke on, Sam Waddell. He's got 5 laps to go as well. I don't know if it can handle 5 laps like that. Steve Flynn up the inside. He's hustling Sean Wade. Grant Flynn back into 4th. Wade's gone high, trying to hold on to that second spot. Oh, Waddell, is he pulling off?
Yes.
Yeah, he finally has. So that's given the lead to Steve Flynn. Now the leader is Steve Flynn, but the battle pack, I suppose, it's still for second because Sean Wade is holding off Grant Flynn and Martin Halcrow, a couple of seasoned veterans against the novice. And Sean Wade, what would have been a run for second has ended up with a win. Green on. Oh, nice run to the line there. Can Ashley hold him off? Might have a bit more drive around the outside from Flinny. And he gets the job done there. Marty Halcrow slots into 3rd. Grant Flynn drops back to 5th because here comes Joe Ingram to the high line in the 27. Here comes Sam Waddell, the 18M, up the inside of Grant Flynn, the 2NZ. Oh, 2NZ still holding on a little bit there. Sean Wade in the 58, Brent Emerson in the 7s. Steve Flynn, he's checked out a wee bit. Ashley Halcrow, she's actually pulled a wee bit of a gap over Marty. Joe Ingram now trying to get to the inside of the 42. Here comes Sam Waddell, the 18, looking at the high line this time round on the 27. Backs it in deep. Martin Halcrow's parked the car in the middle of the track. Sam couldn't get a 2-for-1 deal that time round. Steve Flynn still leads it, 1/3 of the way through the race. 5 down, 10 to go. Back to Ashley King in the 242. Marty Halcrow the 40. Oh, look at Sam Waddell though. Oh, Grant Flynn polishing the concrete around turn 2. 10 down, 5 to go.
Look at that.
Oh, here we go, around the outside. Sam Waddell's got it this time round. The 18M picks up to second. It's last lap time though for Steve. Sammy, can Ashley hold on to that third spot? Marty Halcro's there for the attack as well on Grant Flynn. Takes the dive into 3. Well, can Ashley hold on? I think Dad's just helped her out a wee bit there.
I think he has.
Yep, he certainly has, and she does for Steve Flynn. Steve Flynn will take the win.
When the smoke cleared, Hawke's Bay's Steve Flynn in the 5B had taken it all out, taken out the Lucas Oil Super Saloons. Ashley Halcro was second on 30 and Grant Flynn on 26 points. Marty Halcro ended up on 25 and Joe Ingram on 22 points. I caught up with Steve Flynn and I asked Steve, it was good to see a great turnout of saloons. Ashley Halcro kept him from the front in Heat 1.
Yeah, I was sort of I was boxed in a little bit there when Grant was trying to get round Ashley, and I sort of couldn't really make much work on the bottom, and it wasn't until he sort of got up the wall a bit there, and I managed to get past him, and I only really had sort of one lap to have a crack at Ashley, and yeah, couldn't get it done. So yeah, when we got back to the pits, I was like, realised I was a little bit too loose, and probably needed some better tyres on here as well, because yeah, take a bit of stagger out and just tighten her up a bit so we can try and keep a little bit straighter. And obviously we could see what the track was doing, so we knew we were going to have to run up by the fence. So yeah, sort of make some shock adjustments to make that work a bit better.
When you got on to Heat 2, you took the win again. Your best total time was well under 3 minutes for the race, but the track was slicking up. Did you find that was a problem?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, I sort of didn't get off to a very good start in that one either, and took a while to get moving. You know, once we got past a few cars and into second, by the time I got into second, Sam was miles off in the distance. I couldn't even really see him. I didn't even realise he'd pulled off, and they were trying to give me the flag, and I was thinking, oh, I didn't win that one, so I just drove past and went in the pits. But it wasn't until I got in the pits and the boys told me that he'd been in the middle for 3 laps.
The 18 car is an interesting car. You know that he's an interesting driver as well. Although he did smoke up halfway through the night, he did manage to come out for the feature. Was he a concern? Was he a worry for you?
Oh, absolutely. I sort of come that feature time, and the way the track was for us, we, you know, all the torsion bar cars were all going to really have to be out on the fence to sort of find that little bit of grip. And I sort of thought, well, really, Sam's probably going to be the only one that may be able to do something on the bottom to get past me. So I was sort of half by expecting him to poke his nose up there at some point, but luckily we didn't get any cautions, and he couldn't quite get close enough in time. You know, I felt like I was probably driving a little bit conservative in that feature, just, you know, mainly to keep it off the fence when the only dirt was sort of a couple of 100 mil off the wall, so you can't really go sliding in there too hard.
Something like 20 Superstocks entered the Lucas Oil Superstock first round, and all eyes were on the Red Walker team, first coming out for the season. The 3 cars, how were they going to perform, and how was everybody else going to perform?
Oh, we love those clutch starts for a championship night. And Byron Rowlands, east of the high line. Jerry Linklater might just tuck underneath, though he does. Todd O'Donnell into third. We've got a bit of a squeeze going on in the back straight. Blake Adamson's up on the grass. It looks like Mooney's up the wall, and Bryn Liddell's been spun up in the 37. Todd O'Donnell just squeezed the Bundy out wide. Bryn Liddell at the 9P. Jerry Linklater leading the way. Todd O'Donnell, Shane Denham up into third. Byron Rowlands now pushing. Hislop's been stuck here. He's out wide. Looks like Burmeister up the inside too. The 172 goes through. He's just pushing Byron out of the way.
And down to the 37. It looks like he's going to go down the inside.
Shane Denham hits him. Denham takes the lead. So Shane Denham leads the race now. Here comes Brett Hislop, the 9P. He's up into second spot, so Bundy's on the resurge here. Denham doing a great job holding off the 9P of Hislop. Linklater's still holding on to that third spot. Jamie Hamilton now up into the 4th position. Wayne Hemme. Then we go back to Byron Rowlands. Jordan Dare. Great tussle as white flag comes out, 1 to go. or Shane Denham. Oh, Jamie Hamilton, a great squeeze there on Linklater. Opens the door for Hemi as well. But it will be Shane Denham. He's done enough, and he's held on, taking out heat 1.
Hislop second, Jamie Hamilton third, Wayne Hemi fourth, Jerry Linklater fifth, Jordan Deere, last year's winner, in sixth.
Green's off. Problems there for Blake Edison. Look at this, Jamie Hamilton. I don't know what happened there, but he's tangled up with Gareth Edwards. We've got Bryn Liddell's up the wall, courtesy of Ron Tye. He's trying to get down. He gets... No, he's parked himself up there.
No, he's down.
No, he's down.
Hemi, Bajewski, Adamson, Deere, Elliott.
Byron Rowland's holding on to that first spot ahead of Caelan Mooney. Clive Elliott's dropped back a couple.
Yes,
Here's Shane Denham. Well, he has, and he's caused the right pile up there. Jamie Hamilton.
Jordan
He makes
Deere
great.
trying to get in by the wall.
Yeah, so is Caelan Mooney. Shane Denham. Bajewski caused the right pile up there. And Jamie Hamilton's well and truly benefited from it. Blair Yellenberg, he's on the infield, the 28. Caelan Mooney makes it into second spot ahead of Jamie Hamilton now, as well as Shane Denham in behind. So Hamilton's back to third. And they're going to get Hamilton at the same time. 3 wide out of 4. Denham flicks the wheel right. You could just see it in there. Hemi, your race leader, ahead of Caelan Mooney, the 26V. We go back to the 9G of Jamie Hamilton. 581P, Jordan Deere. 99K of Blake Adamson, now holding off the 9P of Brett Hislop. It's going to be Hemi. Solid run here. He slows it up too, for good measure. Takes the pace off. Caelan Mooney home there in the second spot. We've got the green underway. Jamie Hamilton, he's not mucking around. He wants to get to the lead. Oh, Shane Denham, big shot there. And he's got Gareth Edwards hung in the wall. So Jordan Deere takes the lead. Warren Rowland and Bryn Liddell having a battle. Bryn's been up the wall. Bryn doing, he's almost going to roll himself. Nope, he's back down now. Birthday boy almost got hung up there by Byron. 4 to go. Jordan Deere. 581. White flag 1 to go for Jordan Deere. Jamie Hamilton. Can he catch Jordan Deere? If he catches him, passes him, he's got the round. Oh, Mooney takes a shot at him. Mooney takes a shot at Hamilton, can't get it done. Jordan Deere takes the win, and he'll take the round as well while he's at it. Jamie Hamilton in second.
Final points, Jordan Deere on 57, Jamie Hamilton on 56, Wayne Hemi 55, Brent Hislop ended on 52, and Linklater on 44 with Caelan Mooney on 39. I caught up with Jordan Deere on his win, and I asked him, this is becoming a little bit of a habit, but is he comfortable going into these main championships?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally, Red Walker Motorsports were a little bit slow to get the cars to the track at the start of the season. But the past 2 seasons, we've been there opening night. And like I spoke to you on the weekend, Dave, I wasn't really happy with the car in the first 2 heats. I mean, it was doing everything it should on a first outing for the year. Nothing was falling off. Nothing was rattling loose. So that was a bonus. But we were probably just a little bit safe with the setup. And we missed it, to be honest. And it was a little bit slow later in the races because the track was quite slick. We were going out after the Super Saloons. And I come in and I said to Dad, he's the setup guru. And I said, we've missed the setup. I was fading late in the race. Wayne and Jamie were actually pulling away from me, which was a bit of a worry. So we tweaked a lot, changed a lot, tightened the car right up, changed some tyres around to take some stagger out of the car. And I think the car was faster in race 2. I was just a little bit unlucky. I was running in 3rd spot behind Kerry Bajewski, and I clipped his back bumper and he half spun in front of me and I got stuck on him and a few cars blew by. So managed to still finish in 4th, which was lucky.
Well, in Heat 3, you took it out all right. You had a great win. But at that stage, the track would have been slicking up even more.
Yeah, it was. I had a really good start coming off row 15. After the first lap, I popped out in the lead. So I managed to miss all the carnage early on, and I hung on to the lead from there with Jamie Hamilton chasing me, who was setting the speed all night. So for him not to catch me and to pull away from him a little bit at the end, we must have got the setup sort of bang on, and it was really slick. So we just sort of had to drive the car slower to make it faster when it's like that, and it seemed to pay off, which was awesome.
The car, when I first saw it at scrutineering, I thought, this is really strange, this is really weird. I loved the colour scheme last year. I thought that was very, very special. But when I saw it about 10 minutes later driving through the pits, I thought, no, that looks really, really special. I think it's incredible. I think it's even better than last year.
Yeah, they've come up really good, and we're happy with it. It's something me and Wayne have been talking about doing for a couple of seasons now, and going away from the red chassis and going something a little bit darker, which is, for Wayne, he's been racing in red for 20 plus years. It's a big change for him, but I think it's come up $1 million, and it's just, there's a few reasons behind it. One, hopefully I won't have to repaint the chassis for teams like I normally do midway through the year. Two, it's getting harder and harder at championship meetings to win. Comes down to how many friends you have on the track, and when you've got a bright red car, it can be easy to be spotted in someone else's mirrors. So having a darker chassis, as most cars do now, it can sort of help us blend in a little bit, hopefully, and sneak under the radar.
Well, it's a big weekend this weekend at the Robertson Prestige International Speedway. Of course, the Robin Pratt Memorial for stock cars. And one man that's going to be out there with the rest of them, Darryl Hammond. Darryl, nice to see you, mate. You've been in the sport for some time. How long now?
Oh.
I know, I was going to bring the calculator as well.
Well, I did 34 years as a Superstock driver and had 6 years off, so it's 40 odd years, I guess.
So the car, tell me about the car. How's the prep going?
Oh, the car's going good, yeah. It's obviously a car that's been around, I think it's about 5 years old now. Yeah. It's had several drivers through it. Did a lot of work in the off season on it just to make it just that little bit better. There's still some more stuff to do to it and stuff like that. Quentin is a little bit more with the setup on it, playing around with it for me. There's a whole lot of adjustment in this car. It's a tri-rail, and you can adjust everything from back roll centres to...
It's amazing where it's come, isn't it, from the old flatties.
And I've always liked them.
Yeah.
But I've never been able to find, was never able to get a Superstock one.
Yeah.
So, chance to get in a stock car one was just, it was a good opportunity to build and grab. Yeah.
So preparation, the car's good. You're ready to go?
Yep. Well, no, car's actually in pieces at the moment. Got all the shocks out of it and the front suspension's all out of it at the moment. I found some flogged out bits that we missed during the off season, and just starting to put some bits back in it and everything like that when they turn up.
So Quentin's involved as well?
He's involved with me, helping me at the moment. We're still trying to get his car up and running as well.
Okay, so he's not there yet.
He's not there yet. We'll just have a few setbacks with things, and yeah.
We're not far away from the Robin Pratt. It's you would have known Robin better than a lot of others because he would have been around when you were around.
He was around, yeah, and I remember Robin, yes.
Yep.
And I remember when everything went down and everything like that, and yeah. So.
A lot of young guys would have no idea who Robin was, other than a driver.
It's just a name on a trophy for a lot of the guys. They don't recognise him or anything like that, or remember what he did and stuff like that.
But at the same time, it is a trophy that most Palmerston drivers want. They'd like to have a name on.
It's a trophy we like to keep in Palmerston. I know that for a fact. Even though I was only a Superstock, but we like to bind together and keep it here rather than go out of town.
Yep. Because fundamentally, it's a championship, isn't it? It's just like a championship.
It's a championship.
Over the 3 heats.
Yeah, and there's only one winner. But you can be 12, 15 points off and still win it.
Yeah.
Because all those other guys take one another out or get taken out, and you start climbing up through the field.
All right, so your plans for the year?
Keep on racing as long as I can until while I'm still enjoying it, and someone decides that they don't want me around.
Yes. Well, from that point of view, you're a big part of that equation.
Yeah.
As long as you're still enjoying it, that's the main thing.
It's still enjoying it, and it's fun. Like last weekend was fun. It was good to do 3 races, even though I had to start off the back in the mentoring just after 34 years of Superstock. That kind of got me, but start right off the back. But I managed to make my way through the fields and did everything. So and the car handled good and it felt good.
Yep.
So yeah, as long as I'm still enjoying it, this is only a fun season. It's whether we carry on after the season, who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a big night, Darryl. Thanks for coming along and just sharing a few minutes with us. I hope we can chat again later in the year when you've got your feet firmly into the car. Maybe you might think about some teams. Who knows? You might even pick up a title a bit later in the season.
We'll give it a go, eh? That's what we're here for.
Mate, all the best in the Robin Pratt a wee bit later tonight. And again, thanks for your time. Good to see you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Well, later on tonight, it's another round of the Robin Pratt. Always attracts good fields of stock cars. Let's check out last year's event.
We get the green and listen to William Humphrey's car scream into turn 1, the 94, as he drifts it wide, tries to get some drive out the corner. Brittany Carpenter's down low though and trying to keep with them, and William does get a start. We've got Matt Pippin already spun out, Hamish McLeod spun out, fastest car on track at the moment. There's Daniel Burmeister, and he's gone faster again. 19.4 for Burmeister. Mooney just briefly got stuck in behind the 98 car of Barnaby. He's trying to catch the 94 of William Humphreys. But from pole position, 94P, William Humphreys will take the win. Ahead of the 172, Daniel Burmeister, and the 134 of Rebecca Barr.
Green, blue racing.
Yep, Dennis Black gets us underway in the 82 car. Out in front from Wanganui, here comes Shout. Oh, we got a few on the wall already. Kaylin Mooney, Jared Davis, Jaden Barnaby and Curtis Tenetti all involved. We're still green at the moment. Mooney's out the way, Davis hooks reverse straight to the infield, so we get to stay green. We got one on the infield, that being Cody Lockett by the looks of things. Out in front though after that first lap, it's Sheldon Arapeti in the 2NZ. He's leading it from the 212 of Blair Reeve Smith, 82 of Dennis Black and the 35 of Josh Walsh. They're back to the 667 Hamish McLeod and the 52 of Alex Moore. Out in front though, Josh Walsh, Sheldon Arapeti, Alex Moore, and here comes Taylor Lamb trying to push his way through. One in the wall, that's Thursacre. Hammond had a crack at him as well. Alex Moore on the rear of Sheldon Arapeti now. They've got Caleb Mooney in front. Daniel Burmeister's hooked in with Hamish McLeod. Oh no, not Burmy. Caleb Mooney, lap down. Just not having the best of luck tonight. Oh, he's got spun there with Lamb. That opens the door for the 212 of Reeve Smith. Reeve Smith might be a lap down here. Could work. We've got a checker flag either way for Josh Walsh. Sheldon Arapeti. Alex Small comes home in third. We're in Andrew McKinnon's hands. We get the green. You see Humphreys pushing straight down already, trying to get away from a couple of these Wanganui cars at the back. And it's all on into turn 1. Sturzak is up. Let's keep an eye. William Humphreys lets Arapeti go through. Hesitated for a wee moment. Out in front. Let's pick up our race leader as they cross the line. It's going to be Seth Hodge. So Seth Hodge in the 12 is your race leader. He smokes Tenetti. Kyle Rowe goes through. He gets spun up. So your new race leader is going to be James Clark. 29G, James Clark ahead of the 26V. Kaylin Mooney. And now it's Josh Walsh into third and into the lead of the points. Actually, Josh Walsh into the lead of the race and into the lead of the championship well and truly. So the Palmy boys have got a bit of work to do here. Burmeister's on the pole line. Well, now it's starting to get busy down the far end. Here we go. Burmeister's picked up Josh Walsh. Moore goes through. Rowe goes through. William Humphreys is navigating his way through with Rebecca Barr. And Hamish McLeod and Daniel Burmeister have got Josh Walsh pinned up. It's all William Humphreys' race and championship from here to make a two-time champion. Ricky Garth's been spun up. Kyle Rowe's been fired into the wall. At the moment, I'm picking it to William Humphreys at the top of the charts. McLeod's gone round, he's back on track. Humphreys just sitting in behind Rebecca Barr. White flag, it's 1 to go. Seth Hodge moves into the lead. Josh Wells sped out again. Humphreys now to the inside of Mooney. Here comes Winstanley with the bumper. Mooney's having a go at Humphreys. Caelan Mooney's going to take the win. Kyle Rowe in second, Seth Hodge. Alex Wall, James Clark, Rebecca Barr, William Humphreys, I think, has done enough.
Heat 3 in the Robin Pratt last year saw one of the biggest pile-ups ever in the history of the Robin Pratt Memorial Stock Car race. William Humphreys took it out for a win. Second was Rebecca Barr, and third, Royden Winstanley. Daniel Burmeister this year is again doing double duty in both the Superstock and the Stock Car. Let's catch up with him and see what he thinks his chances are for later tonight. This weekend, of course, the Robin Pratt. You being a younger guy, you wouldn't have known Robin Pratt probably.
No, I watched him in my early years, his later years of racing. Yep. Dad was racing at the same time, so sort of caught a bit of it, but you don't really remember too much.
So how do you set up? How do you plan for this kind of weekend in the stock car?
Sort of just the same as any weekend, just maybe a bit more extra prep, just make sure everything's good, and been one of the tougher championships to win over the years with a bit more action. You sort of want to make sure everything's right.
How important is the winning, or how important is it to go out and look after your mates? And at what stage do you make the decision, well, even if I win this one, I still don't have enough points, I'll go out and have a bit of fun?
You sort of, after race one, you got a good gist of what's going on for the night. If you don't finish that one, you've got no hope of getting anywhere. So that's when you sort of just got to play it as it comes in heat 2 and see if you can get a chance on anything, but it sort of can disrupt the third heat a bit early. So
there seems to be a bit of a thing with the Palmy guys. They try to make sure it stays in Palmy.
Yeah, it's only been one out of town a handful of times, so it's quite good to keep the tradition up.
Yeah. The third heat usually is where the drama happens.
Yeah, normally you've sort of got a bit of a plan between a few of you, or you've read the points and know what's sort of happening and what you need to do.
Do you have a chat in the pits before you go out? Do you sort of say, well, I'll do this, you do that, Mike, you do that, Bill, you do that?
Oh, somewhat, sort of. There's not too many people that nowadays want to get involved, but there's a select few of us that you sort of just know, mainly like the Puma sort of people. You know that you've got each other's back, so yeah, it's sort of like unneeded to say at times.
Who are you going to have to keep an eye out for?
Oh, locals, you can't really go past Kyle Rowe. He's been on form for the last year or two, and judging by Saturday just been, he was the fastest car here. So him, Hamish McLeod, a few others. If the lamps make it out, they're 2 threats as well. So
yeah, they're possibly out there too.
You can throw a blanket over a good chunk of them.
Yeah, mate. Well, good luck for tonight, and good luck for a great season. And thank you for spending some time with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, that's Speedway Gladiators for another week. Join us again next Saturday night. We're going to be looking at the winners of tonight's Robin Pratt, first, second and third, and anybody else who created mayhem. We'll also be looking ahead. The Manawatu Stock Car champs are not far away. We hopefully will be talking to 1 or 2 possibles or hopefuls for that event as well. Meantime, have a great week. We'll see you next week.